What, good morning. What's presented with clustering methods analysis for terrarium colors characteristic determination. With authors Sergiy Tsybulia, Oleksandr Lavrut, Vasyl Lytvyn, Tetiana Lavrut, Mariya Nazarkevych, and Victoria Vysotska, with National Defense University of Ukraine after Ivan Cherniakhovskyi, Hetman Petro Sahaidachnyi National Army Academy, and Lviv Polytechnic National University and Osnabrück University. Formulation of the problem. The color is an integral part of the visual characteristics, material resources, weapons, and military equipment from enemy reconnaissance and destruction means. It is processed to identify characteristic colors using cluster analysis, which refers to unsupervised machine learning methods. The number of clusters obtained determines the number of colors will be displayed on the camouflage coating. As a result of research, mathematical clustering algorithm, where analysis determines the characteristic colors of the terrarium. The need is conduct these studies is due the lack of a university-wide determinate the number of clusters and based on the research of all the scientific who have determined that for each subject terrain and only charges clustering algorithm works. Topicality. In picture 1, photo the Ukrainian countryside from the internet, oak forest, pine forest, and grass steppe. The experiments of combat operation in the east of Ukraine show the enemy widely used modern optoelectronic devices and mobile platforms for their deployment in the course of reconnaissance and adjustment of fire or destruct means. This a speciality true of the armored forest of Ukraine, whose personnel wear the camouflage uniforms of the armies of all countries that help is fight the enemy. However, this uniform and its camouflage pattern were designed for other theaters of war and are not always suitable for territory of Ukraine. If you use only one color for camouflage coloring, the product will have monotones appearance and will stand out as a spot the ground. To ensure the effectiveness of complement, the camouflage agent must be painted in the optimal number of colors. Methods experiments. The flight into eastern Ukraine is currently taking place on the wide front in different natural zones. For example, contact line which around south the territory of Donetsk and Luhansk region is located in the zone grass fuse steppes. Forest and shrubs cover about 6% of the territory of Lugansk region and 5 and 6% of Donetsk region. Forests of gilly type prevail located along rivers on the slopes of valleys, gullies, ravines, and ravines and a characteristic by a significant differentiality. The following species predominate: pine forest and Siversky Donets Valley, oak, beech, ash, etc. Another feature in this format is the ability to save information about camera settings and stand programs. The main difference between TIFF and JPEG formats and not compress image does introduce distortions in the final result. The raw file formats is data formats that contain raw data from optical sensor of the equipment which avoids informational loss. However, in addition to large file size, this format does not have single specification and difference each equipment. Typically, colors represent as these four values called color coordinates. The raw format is the data formats that contain raw data from optical sensors, the equipment which avoids information loss. Color models are used to represent information about the color of each pixel of an images. These abstract mathematical models that determine exactly how colors data encoded. The scikit-learn library provides functionality for clustering using a variety of methods. Hierarchical, spectral BIS clustering, means shift, DB scan, optics, based on affinity propagation. Given that numerical values of the RGB colors model are in the constant range of 1 to 2055 for each colors, it is impractical to scale and standardize the input data. Experiments, results, and discussions. The involves plotting in the intra-clustering variance, the distance from the cluster elements to its center, which describes to 1 when the number of clusters is equal to the number of all objects in the sample. At an intermediate stage, you can see that the decrease in this variance slows down in the graph. This happens at point called the elbow. In picture 2, you can see that graph is bent is cluster 4, which case means that there are 4 characteristic colors of the terrain. It is possible to increase the number of colors, but it is necessary to check for expediency. In this slides picture, in the slides presented for experiments, in the table presented colors values determinants using the K-means clustering algorithms, pin forest, pin trees, grass steppes, was color 1, color 2, 3, 4, and picture picture characteristic colors with their values in the RGB format and percentage in the image. Determinant using the Kamins cluster algorithm from top to bottom, oak forest, pine forest, grass steppes, and other colors. Determinate using the fuzzy C-means clustering algorithms for oak forest, pine forest, grass steppes. And results with presented original pictures and result pictures. Pictures for about trees, and original intel colors and linear colors, four colors, colors obtained using the Kohonen self-organization map algorithm. And conclusion, as a result for research, mathematical clustering algorithms were analyzed to determine the characteristic colors for the terrain. The need to conduct these studies is due to the lack for